4 o'clock.
Kickoff pun.
Kickoff pun. Insert kickoff pun. Do you want to actually? Let's go old school. Are you ready for some football? Imagine I have like a giant bald spot and like spotty long hair, and I'm wearing sunglasses in a dark studio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Joystiq Streams. My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager, and with me here, a warrior of the field, Mr. Mike Suszek.
What's shaking, guys? I'm so ready for this. You have no idea.
So we're about to make this happen. We are playing Madden NFL 15.
Oh yeah.
Which is coming out next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a special Madden. Like Madden 25 came out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One last year. It came out a couple of months after the initial release of Madden 25. And Madden 25 had some cool anniversary aspects, but by and large, it was considered by a lot of people to be not quite an on year for the series.
Right.
And this is built from the ground up with these new machines in mind. And Mike, there's a lot going on here that's different.
There is. Oh man, there's definitely a lot. I don't know. I mean, I know people are going to want to see us play right off the bat. I mean, maybe what we should do is maybe we should get a game in. Maybe we can scroll around a little after that.
Sure,
because I think the biggest changes are in the game itself when you're playing, and so it'd be really huge if we did that. Let's get to online head-to-head, and I'll invite you, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Football.
We could always just make like some genuine Maddenisms happen. Just be like. The one who gets the ball in the end zone is going to be the one who wins. Wait a second. Is the roster from the Washington team in the Keanu Reeves movie The Replacements an option? Can I be them?
I wish. Man, that's what I should have emailed the team. Like, just, okay, make this happen, please. I mean, if we had a game very similar to Madden or NCAA that we could use all fictitious, like from sports movies teams, like you have the Replacements, and then you have like Varsity Blues team, and then you have Remember the Titans team, and I mean there are others, but I mean like just for starters, those are probably the biggest three, I think. You know what I mean? Like I would play that game so much.
I would play it in a second. And like it should be everything. Like you'd have to have college teams. I would want the necessary roughness team. Like if I could have a football, like a Madden level football video game with a piping hot plate of Scott Bakula in it, that would be a big moment.
Anthony, for your sake, I'm turning this to pro. I think that's going to be a reasonable. It's going to be a reasonable decision, and I'll send you an invite right now, and yeah.
Oh, good God. Yeah, oh man, I'm ready. I'm probably, unless there are some like big requests from the chat on what teams we should play, I am probably gonna go with my team. It would be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You could take the. I mean, you could do that. We can mix it up as we see fit. Like normally, I'd take the Packers, but let's be real, that would be a little more unfair to you.
Just vicious.
I think
it's in the game.
Probably gonna do. Let's see. The lowest rated team looks to be the Jaguars. Raiders.
I can't imagine why.
Oakland Raiders, 72. I think we got to go with the Raiders. The Raiders. Let's do that. All right.
God, this is so. When I got your invite, and you couldn't see this on the stream, but in the menu, there's like a messenger in the upper right-hand corner. You just click R3.
Yeah.
Like the right trigger.
Did you get my invite, by the way?
Yeah, I'm in.
That's weird. It doesn't show you at all.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Sorry, you were saying, yeah, the menu in the upper right. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the
nice
menu
little
in the
addition.
upper right. And it's just, sometimes I just cannot believe how much easier it is to just play online with a PlayStation 4 than it was on PlayStation 3. Like, the infrastructure of just, navigating the system, it is so much easier to do anything. It makes me so happy. Duke talking about LeGarrette Blount's arrest yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, guys. We're right into the preseason. Like, stop doing the thing that gets you potentially suspended. It drives me absolutely nuts.
All right, in my wife's honor, I'll be the New York Giants.
So we're really going to do Giants-Raiders. All right.
We're going to do Giants-Raiders.
I mean, to be clear to people, these two teams, we have, like, no real I mean, you just said your wife's team, but otherwise there's no real ties for us personally, so it's just to explore a little bit.
I will say I got a little bit of love for the Raiders, especially if they decide to start Matt McGloin this year after he played a couple of games last year. Penn State's my alma mater, and Matt McGloin acquitted himself there during some hard years. And Matt McGloin's father also provided flowers for my wedding.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I don't like the Raiders, but I like it when Matt plays. That's my weird weird connection.
So yeah, Raiders, they have a lot of new players this year. It's really interesting, just with Matt Schaub and MJD and James Jones and all that. But let's people need to see kind of the intro stuff. I mean, I don't know how much they don't show as much. No, they don't. Offline, it's different. They show you a lot more of the, the actual, like, pre-game splashy imagery and stuff, and it's a lot better leading in as far as the package goes, the broadcast stuff and everything. Pretty cool.
Get away from me.
Oh, come on, tackle him.
Yeah!
That was a pretty solid return.
That's a hearty return.
All right.
So, Mike, okay. Duke just noticed it, and this is like something I look at every single time I play a sports game. Is I immediately look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, I love crowd effects.
Me too.
I don't know why I think it's so cool, but this, like, Madden 15 has great crowds. It's unbelievable.
Oh, by comparison, especially. I mean, it's just so much better. Oh, your quick passes already.
That's right.
Manningface.
That's a little Manningface right there. Manningface is an inevitability, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. But I mean, even when the crowd looks great, when you zoom in, then more naturally, it's never going to be what you want it to be. It's just, I mean, the crowd is going to look its best from more of a distance. And I kind of wish they did more of what, like, I think MLB The Show does this, where they show, but they show, like, they show fans walking up and down the aisles, and, like, going up and down stairs and stuff, and, vendors and everything. They need more of that, because there isn't enough movement. They just show people sitting in their seats. And like, how often do you go to a sporting event, or even, like, a movie or something? People are moving all the time. No one ever sits still. No one believes in sitting still, at least. And it's one of the most frustrating social situations you could ever... Oh, come on!
First down!
Oh, man, I blew that.
Feeling it.
But yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things. Oh, okay, Trenton Holiday has a groin tear already.
Let's get the injury report.
Lovely. It is a Giants game, yeah. Would be a Giants game without some injuries, I'm sure.
Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Ooh, you're still going 3 wide. And so now, if people are watching, which I assume they are, they're not just listening to us. That's weird. Don't do that. We have a new play call system set up today. In this year's game, I should say. Oh, come on. There you go.
Why?
Really? You're going to do, like, that was like, it looked like it was a read option play that you were calling on. With Eli?
Wait, now right there, it's time to do an Eli imitation.
Mm-hmm. That's good. He's a mouth breather.
Right? Yeah.
No, but I mean, if you look at this play call setup, it's more informative. It's bigger. The one gripe I have, even though, with it being bigger, a little more informative and everything, is that it is a lot slower, I feel, as far as selecting plays. Oh, come on! Oh, I didn't drop far enough back. I was going to hammer triangle and try and pick that off.
tomorrow's Joystiq podcast, everybody, has a lot more Madden talk.
Yeah.
And Mike and I get into very in detail on the new defensive game, which is very smartly done. And I have never felt as in control of pulling off an interception as I do in this. Like, turning around, tapping triangle to pull that ball down feels awesome.
Keeps it here.
Come on.
How did you get that away? Oh, how?
Manningface!
Oh, man. You should feel lucky. I can't believe that did. I brought an extra, I pulled my safety up and put him in blitz really quick, hoping I could get a little extra pass rush, which was risky, but he was only playing a hook zone, so I thought, man underneath, it should be okay.
Interesting question from Robzinski 3. How is the AI on both sides?
This is, the thing is that I've only honestly been playing this week. And that's one of the things that becomes much more evident over time. That's actually one of the biggest issues with reviewing the game to begin with. Because it's one of those things that it could seem okay at first, and after hours and hours and weeks of playing it is when the smaller issues start coming about. I do feel that the AI overall is stronger. I don't have a good sense yet of how the offensive line really plays.
It's a little too early to make that call.
It's too early to make that call, but I do think that the defensive stuff is ridiculous in this game. You saw it right there. I can't speak to some of the player ratings on this team in particular, so I can't say how good they are necessarily in man or zone coverage, but it seems like they read stuff right away. One of the things I've noticed is that they really do leap on the ball the second it's in the air. So if you try and throw it deep, let's say you're trying to split the safeties in a cover 2 or a cover 4, and you're throwing it deep, maybe you have a bunch of deep routes. It seems like sometimes you have it open, but if you don't hammer it home...
Get there!
It's ridiculous. But if you don't hammer it home, it does seem as if you'll have a safety from across the field that is running the second the ball leaves your arm. And that's one of the things where, how realistic is that? Are they looking at that time? I don't know. But it does seem a little strong. I think some athletes would maybe stop a little bit there. Maybe you would be able to fit balls in tighter spaces. I do feel like you can't take too many risks, but at the same time, you're going to be playing up against the pass rush all the time anyways, so I think that is what's going to limit your game. And as far as AI goes, again, you're only gonna get so much in such an early amount of play. So at least for the sake of this stream, I think it's probably more important to show people what's new this year. Which, when I'm back on defense, I showed you just basic defense, I'll switch to the defensive camera and stuff, and show you a little bit more of that as well. But, offense, let's just try and march down the field on Anthony.
Come on, Jean-Pierre, get up!
I was holding on to that for so long. I totally forgot what play I was running. Let's see, 3rd and 12. And Schaub, I should have known, can't run. I forgot. I'm so used to having Terrell Pryor. And that kills me because I need Terrell Pryor. He's probably one of my favorite players in Madden in terms of the athlete himself is not that great. But the Madden player is fantastic, and he's like my choice quarterback.
Schaub's back in shotgun formation.
Boom.
Get there. Come on.
There we go. All day. You saw the safeties deep, and that's
that's just all day.
It's all day, man. It works. I love doing that. Yeah, you see there's a lot of panning. One thing to look for if you haven't noticed it yet is after the play, watch the players, kind of just stop and observe their actions and stuff. Watch them just sort of get up, and this is all within the engine. They get up and they kind of start celebrating, walking around and stuff, but it seems a lot more natural than past years, and I think out of all the presentation stuff that they've done this year, that one stands out the most, I feel,
Kal-El 1981 here in the chat would like to know how we are playing this.
On PS4.
Yeah, we're playing this on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
we are using review copies provided by Electronic Arts. And yeah, if you look, reviews are up today. Ours will be up
next week.
Next.
Oh, no. Oh, man, I can't believe I slid protect, too. You still got through. I even moved the tight end over to the other side. I can't believe you shot that gap.
As we take a look at this defense, he is
luck. That was luck. That was
and I'm talking about Jason Pierre.
Yeah, God, every now and again, the crowd looks great. You still do get some of the creepy sports game, everybody's doing the same thing at the same time.
You do, yeah. It's almost unavoidable. I mean, it's just sort of how the whole thing works, you know? I mean, people talk about Uncanny Valley and stuff like that. I mean, frankly, for how far they've come along, it's a good-looking game, you know? There's still a lot of, there are a lot of players, though, that just look Manningface players, you know? Like, they don't look... Oh, I can't believe he dropped that! That was a first down in my hands. All right, well, we're going to bomb a 52-yard field goal. All over your face. So now, yeah, take a look at the kick meter and everything. This is pretty cool. They actually have arcs and everything to judge distance. And if you pull the kick stick back and push it forward, but if you hold on to it before you let go, if you hold on just a little bit, it'll actually delay the kick too.
Yeah, you can run down the clock.
Yeah. So I'm doing that for a bit, let go, and boot it through.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. I like the arcs and everything. You get a better sense of where the wind is going, which is huge for so many people that have never understood how the wind gauges work in Madden. It's a little bit more apparent, I feel, just because they have those arcs. And you can tell with this game, there's a lot more on-screen indicators with the arcs, with the other things, like on defense in particular, that, it seems like they're less afraid to just say, this is a video game, not this is attempting to be a football simulation, which is something we talk about in the podcast.
Yeah, and I really like that. I really appreciate that a lot this time, that, Madden feels video gamey intentionally for the first time in a long time, rather than, keeping up, making gameplay decisions that are built to maintain a facade of simulation of that Sunday experience. Also, Chief Gary, the game is already done. This is similar to a retail copy. These are retail copies, actually. These are the discs sitting on our PlayStation 4s. And also, weirdly,
like
that.
I did.
Tried to get through there with Eli. He was breathing so hard. I'm not doing it again.
No, don't.
I swear. NFL 2K16. Man, what is the name of the studio that does NBA 2K and used to do NFL 2K once upon a time?
Are you talking about Visual Concepts?
Visual Concepts, that's their name. I don't know how I would feel if Visual Concepts announced tomorrow, hey, guess what? We're doing a new NFL 2K.
I know a lot of people would be excited, but a lot of people would also need to realize that this is, it's not, you can't just plug in a couple numbers. Oh, I can't believe I blew that. No. You are not getting a touchdown against me. No, the thing is it sounds, they were great. Those games were great. There's no doubting NFL 2K. But the thing is now we're talking about past generations. They would have to come out with a whole new physics engine. That is not something, you can't take forever to make all the engine stuff before you make what you have to actually put out a product. Or else you're not going to be doing it for very long.
Visual Concepts
no, of course not. They would make a great game, I feel, but they would need the time. They would need the commitment. That was a great read, by the way. You knew that I was on him, and I just can't cross the field fast enough to stay on him on that drag route. But yeah, the thing is they would need a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of resources in order to honestly, and I know a lot of people that aren't fans of Madden wouldn't appreciate the terminology, but they would have to actually catch up to where Madden is now from a technical standpoint to actually say, compete. And that's just not counting the whole licensing thing, which is a whole other conversation.
Something very diverse.
Right.
It couldn't just be a game that had parity with Madden. They would need something to distinguish it. Because I think that if you go in and you try to compete on the exact same, with the exact same style of package, like all these different modes, a management mode, collector's mode, all those different things, you would end up like EA has.
Oh, wow. That was a great touchdown. I definitely really put some guys into, I showed the blitz and everything. Yeah, that was good.
And go out there and hold that lead.
Man, I'm feeling good about what just happened. You're taking it easy on me, aren't you?
No, I'm actually not. I'm not used to playing as the Raiders for starters, but I'm also doing more talking than I am playing.
Yeah.
Is good.
So. But yeah, no, you're right. They would have to show something different because, like it or not, there is a crowd now for. I'm getting friend requests now. Oh, people. It's like I'm laughing at the names. Sorry. They would have to show something different in order to truly compete.
Yeah.
And that's, like it or not, there is a very strong fan base of people that will play Madden every year. And they would have to be given a reason to change that. And to take a gamble on what they might consider to be a new game or a resurgence of a series. It's not going to be it's impossible at this point for it to come back exactly as it was before. They would be starting out fresh, essentially.
We got a ridiculous question here in chat. JC Masta says, "Is this the new COD?"
You are my favorite person. If we can get a copy of this game and send it to him, I want to do it. I want to so much. Can we just start talking about this being Call of Duty right now?
Oh, I wish. Oh my god. Yeah, it's amazing. You really do get a sense of futuristic warfare here in Call of Duty Advanced Warfighter.
Yeah.
They settle things.
They settle things on the. They settle it on the gridiron.
Football, but of a different stripe. The best movie of all time. Mike, have you ever seen Victory?
Man, no, I haven't actually.
Do you know
You're
what
stumping me on
is?
this one. No,
All right.
You're stumping me right now.
All right, the moment we stop, you need to go watch Victory.
Okay.
The moment we stop the stream, it stars Sylvester Stallone and Pele as World War II combatants who are put in a Nazi POW camp. Oh, come on, dude.
No huddle. Let's do this. Let's do this.
2-minute offense.
None of my guys, this is incredible. None of my guys have faster speed than your guys. To explain that really briefly. So, if you are on offense, driving down the field or whatever, if you pull up, if you hold the right trigger and then use the right stick, you can cycle through your receivers on the field. And when you do that, you can actually see, just watch the indicators that pop up. You can actually see the matchups for each player, and it shows it'll show what their speed is in relation to the player covering. So for instance, the slot receiver, he's got +1 speed on the guy that he's up against. I'm looking at his route. I'm actually going to take him and put him into another route just to see if he can beat him on that. We'll give that a shot. And as it turns out, I don't think he was actually covering him. Oh!
Put him down!
Come on, get out of bounds! Oh! No, clock and stop. Alright, let's line up. Let's go at it quick. But I mean, that's the nice thing, is that I think this game, it helps. I think this is doing a better job of helping people that aren't necessarily hardcore Madden players. That, yeah, there we go. There we go. The Raiders. By the way, I'm wearing 1970s throwback uniforms for this game. Pretty great.
Duke says, do a last Boy Scout kick return.
Oh, man. I love people so far. But yeah, no, it's, I think that in addition to the skills trainer stuff, it's doing a better job, I think, of helping people succeed that maybe, have more trouble succeeding. They're maybe more of a casual player or something, and that's fine. I mean, there are so many casual fans that love the NFL, that love football, but, they're not going to be able to jump online and compete with some of the people out there. which some of you guys are ridiculously good. It's
I'm not a
crazy.
Madden guy. I've
Right.
never been a Madden guy. I like playing it. I am the epitome of a casual Madden fan.
Right.
And God, why didn't I just take a knee? I could have just taken a knee. It would have been fine. Fine.
Nope.
But yeah, like a game like this, I feel more comfortable playing this Madden than I have any Madden that I've played in the past 5 years. Oh, you just get there. Yeah, Greg.
If you want to run the
Do it, Greg.
You're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage.
Like Don Ray says, header still OP. Oh wait, so he's referring to headers in FIFA being overpowered. That's fantastic. Duke is asking about kick timing and whether or not there's delays or lag for kicking the ball. And I think it's very slight, but it's definitely a slower meter compared to. Oh, there we go.
Just
Way to go, Justin Tuck. But
Huddle.
yeah, no, it's definitely slower compared to that of that of like playing offline. So you get used to it, though. I mean, just like past games, you do get used to the timing being different. I've noticed, here's one thing that is definitely worth talking about, and I want to make sure people know that I've encountered this, is I have encountered frame rate issues with offline modes.
Really?
Yes. I mean, like, significant frame rate issues. It was choppy. I have a video of it happening. Oh man, I could have broken that. So close.
That luck right there.
But yeah, I mean, it happened when I was playing in Connected Franchise, and then it happened when I was playing in Skills Training. And it just was getting really choppy out of nowhere, as it was almost as if I was playing online against someone. That's how bad it was. So that's one of those things where, I don't know what they can do to fix that, but you better hope that they have some patches in case anybody encounters that. It only happened for this span of like 10 or 15 minutes. I actually turned off my PS4, which I had it on for a good chunk of the day at that point, so maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, come on, MJD, you gotta get it back, man. But maybe that has something to do with it, but I would hope that they can alleviate that a little bit more.
Mike, have you had a chance to play around with the Xbox One version of the game?
No, I don't have an Xbox One. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be doing this review with PS4. The two versions of the game are very similar, but I know that I get asked this a lot with every year, and it's a very incredibly valid question when it comes to the differences between versions, because there you go. Come on, Denarius. Oh man, I thought he was fast too.
Yeah, that's just a shame.
I think it's Denarius more, yeah. Alright, let us punch this in.
So bad at defense. It's
The offense is set
just
at
the
the line
worst.
for the first down after that
yeah,
completion.
this is so good. No, I mean, the thing is I think it's really valid, and especially with the new consoles and with this being, I would say probably, you can make the case of it being the first true new game for the new generation systems. Madden 25 was, it was a good transition point, but it didn't stand out the way this game stands out more on the new systems. It's important then to know, what the differences are, whether or not they hold up. I couldn't speak to that, honestly. I have to get an Xbox One for that. I'm hoping sooner rather than later down the road I'll be able to do that. But, as of now, it's, I'm playing it on this. I can't speak to the current gen ones, though, or the old gen, because why would I even play that? I mean,
couple of questions here from the chat.
Yeah.
We have liberal tugboat. What difficulty are we playing on? We are playing on Pro,
right,
because Mike is much better than I am, and he's playing down to my level. He's playing down to
We'll flip to All Pro for the second game. Yeah. Let's do that, because I think that's the more reasonable difficulty. That's what I normally play on. I'm not going to play to All Madden, because All Madden is almost inherently fake with how it soups up its difficulty. I don't trust it as far as what it does with AI. I do play with that every once in a while, though, to check it out each year, but I just usually stick to All Pro. It's more of a solid representation of the sport, I think. Or of what the game can offer, I should say.
See, Don Ray, will you play FIFA 15 early? Provided we have copies in time.
Yeah.
And in that case, I think Mike will be having a little bit of a rematch with our news content director, Alexander Schlewinski.
Yeah, Alexander's a huge FIFA fan. Meaning he's definitely not at all.
Mario! Yeah, baby! That's more action than Mario Manningface had.
You're looking for the little things to get momentum on your side.
I love a big play. That first Raiders sellout in 20 years. Which, I mean, again, Anthony, this makes me wish I had copies of the game to just give out, because these people are the funniest. Like, it's just the best.
It's a dime look for the defense on this play.
I feel bad. I have this thing. I like the Raiders as a team.
Oh, Eli.
Now, that was a four-man rush. I want to note that. I was playing cover two-man at a dime, four-man rush, and that came home fast. That's the pass rush this year. I don't know if the Giants don't have a great... I don't know if you were playing, like, if you were running a screen pass or something like that.
Yep, I was.
Okay, so that makes sense. Because I was going to say, even without that being the case, the pass rush gets home very fast in this game. It's a little bit more overpowered, or OP, as kids say.
Get away from me.
Oh, come on! Stinking Rashad Jennings. He's playing against his old team, too. Kind of like him in fantasy this year, just saying. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, when's your draft, man?
Let's do
this. Let's be fantasy nerds for a second.
I have got a couple drafts. I've got 4 leagues this year. My first draft is this coming Sunday. Sunday. It's a 12-team league. I don't know what my spot is yet. I'm going to crush it. I'm really excited because my fiance's in this league this year. She joined up with us, and she's fantastic. She's a huge football nerd like I am, and she's really good at fantasy and everything, so she's really excited for that. And I'm pumped. She like helped. I was at PAX Prime last year during this draft. I need to off instead. I was at PAX Prime for last year's draft, so she actually handled the draft for me, and she killed it. She got me Alshon Jeffrey, she got me Josh Gordon, she got me Antonio Brown. We were getting Nick Foles later on. We worked the waiver wire. I wound up in the Super Bowl in the championship for that league, and wound up losing to someone who I think is a terrible. To smear his name, yeah, Jake, you suck at fantasy, and I can't believe you beat me still. I know you're not watching this, so I can say that. Oh, there we go.
No, God!
Did he not pick that off?
Yeah, thank God.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I cannot believe I still have possession.
That is ridiculous.
It's absurd. It's absurd.
I cannot believe that.
Did not just take that off.
All right. I keep sticking with this. I love nickel. I always run out of nickel. Maybe it's just the Packers fan in me. They do almost everything on a nickel. But, ooh, I see your setup. I think we got to roll with some dime.
Second down.
So yeah, people are probably noticing the camera stuff. I didn't really get to talk about this. You can switch it using the D-pad. So what I'm doing is I'm locking it down to the defensive perspective, which I've seen people talk about NCAA. And it's like Road to Glory, in a sense, with that camera angle, except it swivels a little less. It seems a little bit more tight and locked in, which I kind of like, but it takes a little getting used to. If you've played a lot of Road to Glory in NCAA, you're going to wind up like, hold on a sec. You're still going to need to reorient yourself a little bit, but it's so great.
Are you into that? Do you do... Well, did you? Because there's no more NCAA. Were you into the Road to Glory thing?
Yes.
I thought it was really cool.
I think it's a really well done mode. You're just completing passes left and right, man.
Yeah, dude. Eli
Jernigan? No, he's not. He's holding it in. No, I'm very into, I'm very much so into, how do you say, into like single, like, I call it single player, but like single athlete sports game modes for like career modes. Oh, okay, first off, you should have thrown my way because I completely blew my ride. But then, second off, I mean, my guys are not performing at all. I think what I need to do is throw them into more zones. They're really getting eaten alive on man, so I guess I got to do that. And on top of that, you're at the 6. I'm talking as if I'm not winning. I'm definitely winning right now.
You're
So.
definitely winning by a significant margin.
Oh, yeah. And I need to take myself off of the.
Here is the first snap of
right
flew
in.
right through. What a great,
right
what a hole you had there too.
You just love it as a quarterback.
So yeah, I like that, and I like being able to do that. You also, if you click down the right stick, you can do basically like a player lock. So you lock yourself to a player for that turn, for that play, and so you have like, it's cool because I mean, there's a lot of bigger changes in this game this year, and they're more evident. But I think the thing that's just as worth talking about for a lot of people is the smaller things that they did, the more options, Like, for instance, if you're in Connected Franchise and you want to simulate, you don't have to do it 1 week at a time. You can click, like, simulate through the whole season. You can click simulate 10 years.
Oh my God! Oh, no!
Oh, I'm tired.
Oh, God!
All the way back, and he did the Conan dance. Glorious.
But it gives your team God! Why was I was sitting here trying to think of something clever.
For a touchdown.
Spiral Dragon asks a really good question. Like, can Kirby be unlocked?
Can he please?
And I guess that's it. If you get a spectacular 100-yard return, I think that
should unlock her. Yeah, funny. Like has there ever been an American football styled spin-off Mario Universe sports game?
Oh, why not?
I feel like there is one that I'm forgetting about, but I would imagine that just I mean, there's I don't know why. I mean, I swear there has to be something I'm forgetting, because I know there was Mario Strikers, and that was actually pretty solid as far as soccer goes. It's fun I love games like that. I mean, I love like Mega Man Soccer. Again, this is all stuff we talk about in the podcast. I mean, like it's
yeah. Well, no, there's never American football Mario. There is 3-on-3 Mario for DS. That's basketball, and it has Final Fantasy characters in it, which is actually really cool. Really hard game to play.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Really hard game. There's Mario Strikers, 1 and 2 are both excellent. There's Mario Baseball, which is okay. And there's Mario Tennis, which continues to this day, and Mario Golf, which are both made by Camelot. And they're still pretty good. The Mario Golf that came out this past summer, pretty good. But what did I get? Like 3 on that?
Right around the
probably.
Come on. But yeah, no Mario football, and it would be awesome.
Oh, of course.
So awesome.
I can imagine, you can imagine the ways that the different characters would be used, in different roles and stuff like that.
Do you think it's too violent?
Is
that part of it?
I think that, but then I think about what they did with like Mario Strikers and how they were sliding around and destroying each other, and they can do it. They can do it playful. You know what I mean? Like Mario already has like playful violence.
Smash Brothers, like a game of football, is no more violent than Smash Brothers.
Right? Yeah, it really isn't. I mean, it's probably less so. It's so odd that we're talking about this, and we probably have a whole bunch of like complete football Madden fans that are like, what are these two clowns? Oh man, I'm bringing the heat, and I just can't get it home.
Spare.
Yeah. All right, I need to start mixing up my decisions here. You're running the ball down, and I mean it's essentially. I may be up by. You probably need to start passing it a lot, actually, given how much time is on the clock.
I don't have a lot of time.
Everybody, I'm sure people are also thinking like, well, we're not playing super competitively. Oh, come on. Tight on
Yeah,
break.
you were just on top of me too. Just on top of me. So this is actually like really cool, and it's a nice touch, but it's not usually done well. And here it is. Is like the dirt on the players.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Eli's got really cool grass stains on his jersey.
Eli normally gets some pretty cool grass stains.
Yeah,
That's pretty realistic.
yeah, like you know.
Not exactly the greatest offensive line.
Oh man, last year was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was so hard to just not like.
Okay, Branch has got hands of stone. This is killing me.
Yeah, that's
2-3 picks I probably should have had. Oh.
Yep, at least.
I did see someone ask about wide receivers playing the deep ball, and whether or not they do that over the shoulder animation or what. Deep ball is still definitely intact. I've been using that definitely to my advantage. I haven't done it in this game yet, probably because Matt Schaub has a noodle arm. I assume he's the starter. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh my God, it's all coming apart.
But yeah, I mean it's one of those it's still there. You can definitely throw it over the top, but it's based on your matchups. I mean, if you know that there's no safety help, or if you know that you have a one-on-one and you have the speed matchup, that's fine. You're pretty much always going to be able to get it over the top with a step on the corner. But it's you can't just do it all willy-nilly and expect that you're going to get it home. I've seen a couple other animations. Thinking about the animations, it's not just the over-the-shoulder catch. There's a lot of that still. But I've seen ones with receivers and tight ends that aren't particularly good. Like Andrew Corliss on the Packers, for instance, I've seen him do this, where I throw the ball in his direction, and then he does this wild throwing his arms kind of horizontally, like swatting at the ball because I threw it behind him or something and looking awkward, but it looked like a realistically awkward kind of thing. So it's worth noting that there are some other animations as well.
Oh God, Eli, get rid of it! Victor!
There we go, there's my user pick.
Victor, turn around and get it! Oh, you pansy!
Oh, yes!
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got it.
There we go.
They made the interception.
Feels good.
Yeah, I deserve that. I'll be perfectly honest, I got one.
Yeah, Robanik wants us to play with some crazy weather. Let's do snow in the next game.
I love that. Come on.
Are you kidding? Now MJD is gonna start running? Alright. Let's wind this game down. I know people normally... A lot of people online don't play, like, they play to the last second, and that's fine, but I think what we want to do is try and get this game over with, because we want to get to another game, if we can.
Oh, yeah.
We're running... I mean, this is going so... What we'll do is we'll tune the quarters down, and we'll play in snow.
There's some discussion going on here about the image quality. And it really should be noted that the quality of the stream is not representative of what this game looks like.
It looks a lot better. I mean, looks a lot better. Trust me, it really does. You'll have to look for. What we'll do is for the review next week, I'm going to try and do some of the. With the PS4 and with the Xbox One, I know you can do this too. You can save a lot of videos and stuff for... Oh, wow, you were just there. You can save videos and you can also get screens and everything, and it's a lot more representative of how the game actually looks. I'll try and include as much of that as I can with the review so people can get a better sense. Not the stuff that is given to us by EA, because those screens are always suspect.
Ridiculous. They're so ridiculous.
They are not ever like they always look way too good compared to how they actually are. And so yeah, I'm gonna try and take some time to do a lot more of that so people can get a better sense. And not just like what you see in replays. I can't believe I just converted that. Like instant replays, but like as much action on the field as I can too. Some of this, when people are seeing it on the stream, it might not look all that detailed, but like you really notice like the holes in his jersey, and stuff like that, like the mesh material. that really does stand out. I actually tweeted some pictures of like Manningface stuff going on that was zoom-ins. You can see some details. You almost see like pockmarks on his face and stuff. It's pretty impressive. So,
Bomber 722 has said, please use Buffalo. And I think if we go into our next game,
if we're doing snow, we gotta pick some cold weather teams. If you want to take Pittsburgh, I'll take Buffalo all day.
All right, yeah. We can do Steelers Buffalo.
Steelers, let's do that. Steelers Bills.
Yeah, I love it. Man, Bomber 722. I am Jim Kelly with my quarterback when I was but a lad, and so I'm more than happy to indulge that. Man, 14-24. I don't feel that bad about it. Be perfectly honest.
No, not bad at all.
14-24 is I am very comfortable with that.
I feel bad for all the people that are shouting out team names. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, we don't have much time. We can't get to them all. So we're going to have to sort of pick what we got here.
Well, we did. Faux Ben was asking for some Cleveland Browns. Cleveland's another cold city.
Cleveland's another cold city.
Yeah, we'll do Browns Bills.
Browns Bills.
Titans.
I can't. We're going to get so much crap for that.
Oh my God, Browns Bills! I love it.
All right, unranked, fatigue on, injuries on, quarter length down to 4 minutes, game skill up to all pro, weather. It just says on. I don't like that. I want it to be like inclement weather. I want to be able to pick that.
I don't know why
it just says on. I want to pick. That's interesting. Not a fan.
Snowing.
Not a fan of that. I want to straight up pick snow, so let's see if we can do that in here. I call Bills.
Yep. Faux Ben, I will do what I can to give you the Browns performance that you desire.
Yeah, here we go. Weather, snow, time, 4:15 p.m., Stadium Bills.
Oh, man.
First choice is going to be a kick. Uniforms, let's see if we got some throwbacks in here. Oh, it's not showing it. So we're going to go 2011 throwback 90s, I guess.
Yeah!
No. Or the 60s. 90s or 60s.
Okay. Alternate. Throwback 1960s. There we go.
1960s for me as well. I can't see it, neither can you. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, that first game took a little while longer. I wanted to show some of the skills trainer stuff and everything, but there are videos for that too. I mean, just it's like the drills from last year, but there are ones that teach you more football strategy stuff and sort of basic like concepts. Some of the best ones that I recommend, even if you're more of a Madden veteran or you're a football like fanatic that knows the sport really well, I think it's still a good idea to play through them anyways. Are the not just the ones that show like cover 1 versus cover 3 versus cover 4, routes that beat them, but also just pass progressions and the concepts behind them. So then you have high-low, stretch plays and stuff like that. Those are the sorts of things that if you're a huge football fan, you're going to be kind of excited to watch it too. So I totally recommend that with people.
Dude, look at this. This is the Buffalo experience.
This is what we want. Was it last year? Oh, yeah, it was. I went to the Packers-49ers game.
Oh, nice.
It was the 49ers game, I believe. That couldn't have been. That had to have been 2 seasons ago. I am losing track of time. Either way, I go to Packers games every year, and I went to the one that was like a record cold game. And I'm pretty sure that was against either the Steelers or it was the 49ers. I think it was the 49ers game. And that was frigid. Yeah, it was. It was 2 years ago because they played at Lambeau. And man, that was some cold stuff. I actually wound up for cold games getting. I picked up a pair of ski goggles to wear because that just works wonders for staying warm and all that. Yeah.
Man, the snow deformation on the field, like where they step, is pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. It looks a little odd.
Yeah, it looks a little like they're walking through like jelly.
If you just stare at it, it's not going to look all that. great, but if it's just sort of in the background of your line of vision, oh, pretty sweet.
Pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, I love these throwbacks for the Bills.
Oh, it's so awesome.
So nice.
The logo is so cool. Like, the old school logo is awesome.
It really is. All right, so we got a 3rd and 4. Let's get back in the game. I want to play a 46. I like playing 46. And of course, that's when you call a stinking 5 wide, essentially. 4 wide and a tight end, and I have to start accounting for that. I hate you. I'll like you again if I beat you on this. No, and of course not. Ridiculous with the little out. Brian Hoyer, man.
So the snow really does, like, you can feel it, like, turning around. He needed, like, an extra second to get, like, forward momentum. That was nice.
Apparently. Oh, man. And what I love, okay, this is great. Look at the crowd. None of them are dressed for this weather.
Not at all.
They've got to be so cold. They're all wearing T-shirts. Oh, okay. If there was ever, there we go. Beautiful. Is that Kiko Alonso? I think that was Kiko Alonso. That was glorious. But yeah, I'm loving the fact that the guy, everybody in the crowd is completely. We've got to be freezing. I love that stuff.
El Scarface 1. This is not a demo. This is the final retail version of the game.
These are the discs. These are the pressed copies.
T-shirts outside December in Buffalo.
Second down here.
You've got some hardcore fans, Buffalo.
Hardcore.
Some hardcore fans.
They love Frostbite. That's what they're into.
Right, this is going to be a flag out. I knew it, and I couldn't jump it. That is so tough. That's one thing I'm noticing, and I have to take a look at some of the stats for the players I'm controlling, safeties. It seems like they are a little slower to move around. So if you are manually covering someone, like if you control a middle linebacker, which is what I traditionally do, trying to cover, like, shading a tight end, oh man, it seems like they move a little bit more like a tank this year, and I'm noticing it just seems like you have to have guys that are higher rated in speed and acceleration, maybe even agility, to just follow. It's kind of frustrating, honestly. We had people asking if you could put in Johnny Football. You want to do a quick substitution? In the depth chart, you can put in Johnny Manziel. Let's see, real quick. Go ahead, go to your depth chart, pop them in. I'm going to stick with... I want to stick with E.J. Manuel, but I got to tell you guys, it's really tempting to go to Tool time. Jeff Tool, man.
Let's go, Johnny.
I gotta work Sammy Watkins in here, too. He's a stud. All right, are you ready?
Wait a second. I want to make sure that he's in. No, he didn't go in.
Well, you go to depth chart.
Yeah, I'm in. All right. Select. And why isn't he going in? Why isn't this working? Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right.
There we go.
Johnny's in.
Nice job on the offensive.
All right. This is about to get interesting.
We got 7 minutes left on the stream, everybody. We got a little Johnny Manziel
for you. It's Johnny football time. Love him or hate him, you gotta hate him, man.
Now they'll try over again.
No, I don't have. I don't have anything against Manziel.
Now I might draft him in my fantasy team.
Oh, if you do, just be aware. I mean, he's not even starting right now.
No.
Well, but you know you're going to take a hit like that.
You got to work like a read option play in there and just get him running.
No matter what. Good job by the quarterback that time.
We had someone ask if snow is sort of affecting our play a little bit, and I do feel a little. Yeah, I do feel like it's a little sloppier, but it's not something I'm like focusing on. You know, like it is kind of what it is.
Heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Browns approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. The give
wow.
out of the eye. He's brought to a halt.
rotates. That
Just
time,
commanding
nice job,
possession
offensive
first
lineman.
quarter.
Gives him
You
a
are.
little hole,
You definitely
and
are.
he gets in there and shows his
No,
toughness
yet, though.
and picks
No
up the
points.
first down.
This will be the
Just a reminder.
play of this
It's Bills
drive.
Browns. Let's be honest. It's going to be one field goal apiece.
First down
Gonna
at
close
the 30.
3-3.
They'll run it with him again.
Oh,
He's
I don't know
brought
why I
down.
thought. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
It was not. It was the worst idea.
I gotta get out of dime. I don't know what I'm doing in there. But yeah, I mean, overall, there's always going to be people that are convinced that it's just
They went with
a
the ground
roster
game on
update.
first down, bringing up
And
second.
that's the thing that I think
Bills
EA
defense
is
lined up
constantly
in a 4-6
trying to
formation.
combat. And, you know, it's a viable thing because I think for a lot of people, changes just simply aren't significant enough, you know, and that's fair, you know. But I think this is a game that, to me, stands out as being a way of EA Tiburon saying, this is not just a roster update, like, we're doing something that's significantly different. Like, it's apparent in the menus. It's, you know, with play call selection. It's apparent with, you know, the new defensive controls and stuff. I mean, those are changes that, you know, they're tangible, as opposed to stuff where it's like, oh, well, AI is better. You know, AI should always be getting better with every game. That shouldn't be a back-of-the-box feature. That should be something we expect. And
Pull it down!
I can't
Pull
believe,
it down, you goon!
could have had that. But I mean, like, you know, those are some changes that we should just simply expect from the series. Those shouldn't be things that we talk about as being great. We should be expecting things like we're getting this year, which are just more strides to actually change or improve the game or take it in new directions. And I think that's, you know, for better or worse, as we play this more and more over the coming weeks, we can judge better. You know, wow, I can't. Did you miss that? You got to be kidding me.
Dude, there's so much wind.
Yeah, the wind and the snow, I guess, huh? But I mean, as we play it over the coming weeks, we'll see the holes start opening up in it. We'll see, you know, whether or not there continues to be frame rate issues, and you know that's when we'll know. Okay, these changes don't outweigh those cons. At the very outset, you know. That's one of the problems with Madden is that you don't see the issues right away. So I think some people choose to just assume that they're there, and it's a safe assumption, you know? You gotta be... What a terrible decision. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, man. But I mean, I honestly do think that, you know, this isn't like, oh, this is the best Madden ever or anything like that. I don't think that at all.
No, not at all.
But I do think that it is a significant change. Yeah. You know, and I think that's one thing that's tough to dispute. It's really a significant change in the series. It'll be one of those ones that, you know, we look back to and say, well, remember when they added the defensive cameras that are kind of like Road to Glory, and then they added the, you know, pass rush mechanics that they cleaned up and made it makes more sense than using the right stick, for instance. I mean, yeah.
Is there a single woman in the crowd?
That's a great question. There has to be. In past games, they've shown them.
Yeah, there has to be. There has to be.
Second down.
As far as the vague character models, I'm not seeing one right now.
Neither am I.
That's interesting.
That's weird. That's weird, man. Wide open.
Oh.
Wide open.
How am I not tackling today, too?
Really good corners to play a defense where you challenge the wide receivers and just
ladies and gentlemen, we've got 2 minutes left here on today's stream. Our review of Madden 15 will be going up next week.
Yes.
So this is just a little taste and our first impressions. But I think our first impressions are overwhelming.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't pick that off.
I know. It's Johnny Football. He's just throwing bullets.
But yeah, first impressions are, you know, it's you know, it's different. I mean, it really is. You know, it definitely has changed in some ways that I think can be kind of exciting with like pass. If you love playing defensive line, for instance, I think you're going to really enjoy this game, you know, because you'll feel like you're unstoppable. You're probably going to, I think a lot of people are going to go into Connected Franchise and just break the sacks record, you know, every year. But yeah, I mean, we'll have the review next week, and that is, I'm going to be playing this pretty much on nonstop over the weekend.
This is your weekend.
This is my week. This is literally what you're looking at as my weekend right here.
I have to say, like, you know, it's an interesting year for EA Sports.
Yeah.
I will say that after UFC, this is a much better game coming out on the label.
Yeah.
For PlayStation 4, this is a superior product. And what we've seen of FIFA and NHL is also very promising.
Yeah.
In the meantime, everybody, if you enjoyed today, you want a little bit more Madden talk before the review, Joystiq Podcast will be available at joystiq.com tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And,
I finally got the pick I've been looking for. The very end. I've been waiting to finally get on top of your tight end and pick it off. There it was. And to celebrate, I am throwing it deep.
Just, I'm putting down my controller, man. Bomb it. I'm gonna let...
We're gonna vertical shakes, and we're gonna go deep.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so everybody, go to joystiq.com. We have a whole lot more going on this week. We have video previews up for Alien Isolation, Bayonetta 2.
Yep.
We got all kinds of hotness. There's a great review by our own Richard Mitchell for the game Counter Spy that went up today. Check it out. And yeah.
I got buried just when I was going to let it go.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, search for Joystiq Review, and we stream every single Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we stream all the time. And if you want to know when we go live with things like this, sometimes it's early looks at games, sometimes it's chats with developers, follow us here on Twitch. And yeah, Mike, good game.
Good game. Let me just try to get a touchdown.
Yep.
We can close out with...
I'm going to stay out of your way here.
Come on, Sammy. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Defense wins, apparently, in Madden 15. Defense wins. That's it.
We'll see you next time, everybody.
See you guys. Thank you for watching.